In the description under each video there is a link to the LGBT dating Telegram channel. Subscribe and find your other half in life.
The man nodded and walked beside me until we reached my office. Camila was already at her desk, focused on some papers that I assumed were our balance sheet. As soon as the woman saw me, she got up and followed me. "Good morning, Ms. Yaregui." "Mr. Richard," Camila greeted. "Good morning, Camila. How are you? Missing your boss here?" "I imagine so. Lauren is making you work even on Saturdays." The man laughed. I looked at Camila, who gave him a forced smile, causing me a sudden urge to laugh. It was obvious that she didn't miss him. "Of course, sir," she simply said. "Can I get you anything, Ms.?" I sat on my chair, looking at the both of them, who were standing in front of me. "No, Ms. Cabello, you can go. Actually, I'd like a coffee. Do you want something to drink, Richard?" "Yes, a coffee too." The girl nodded and went to the coffee machine that was in my office, serving the hot coffee with an amazing aroma in 2 small cups. She calmly served us and then she left. "Have a seat, Richard." The man with a slightly big belly sat in front of me with a smug smile. "How is she doing?" "Camila is a great secretary, but her only flaw was never giving me a chance, and trust me, I tried several times." He laughed. I narrowed my eyes. Was he serious? I thought as I took a sip of the hot coffee. This was one of the biggest reasons why I got involved with women. Men saw women as sexual objects to satisfy their camel desires, fucking pigs. Deep down I was happy for knowing that Camila Cabello wasn't the type of woman who gave herself for money. In fact, I never thought that about her. That woman seemed to be transparent as water. "That shows that she's a quality woman," I said seriously. "Oh, Lauren, a lot of secretaries give themselves for money, you know that." He winked. "I imagine that since that didn't happen with Camila, she's different from all the others, a woman with good character." The man seemed to be uncomfortable with my words, so he changed the topic. "I heard that you're closing a new contract for the company, or at least that you're trying to." I could feel his mocking tone. "Yes, I will close it next week." "Look, Lauren, if you can't, don't get discouraged. Administrating a company isn't as easy as you imagine." I let out a sarcastic laugh as I got up from my chair. "You know something, Richard, I believe that you know very little of my administrative work in this company. In the course of my life working here, I showed that I am capable enough to handle everything. Proof of that is that my father gave me total freedom to do whatever I want with it." "Come on, Lauren, I don't doubt your abilities, I just..." "No need to say anything, Richard, I know very well what I'm doing. Now if you can leave, I have a lot of work to do." "Don't get offended by my comments, I want to help you." "Get offended? Never. I keep with me all the comments that I think are important, Richard. Have a nice day." I was dry. The man, who now had an unpleasant look on his face, got up from the chair in front of me, giving me a somewhat withering look. I saw the door being opened by Camila, and then the man promptly left. Camila looked startled by the haste in which the man left. "How did you put up with him all this time?" The brunette gave me a sweet smile. "I didn't have much choice, ma'am." "Am I as inconvenient as him?" "No, I believe that so far you're being a great boss, with all due respect." "I'm really glad to know, even though I'm going to abuse you a little." We stared at each other, and I noticed that Camila blushed instantly. "Oh my God, I'm referring to the balance sheet, relax," I said laughing. I won't abuse you in any other way. I imagine your boyfriend wouldn't like it. I don't have a boyfriend, she said with a little smirk. I stared at the beautiful girl in front of me. How come she didn't have a boyfriend? In this short time beside Camila, I could actually see that she was a woman of great qualities, hardworking, competent, and beautiful, especially beautiful. Today she was wearing a simple small dress, printed, and her hair was tied up in a ponytail, leaving her face free to be appreciated. I imagined that. I started speaking, but stopped right away. Never mind, you must hate me for making you work on the weekend, right? No, I don't hate you. It's a necessary case and I don't mind helping, Ms. Yaregui. Good, because we still have tomorrow. Do you mind spending Sunday with me? Are we staying here? No, we can finish this elsewhere. I'm already locking you up here on a Saturday. It wouldn't be fair to do the same tomorrow. Is there anywhere you want to go? I asked. I don't know if the places I frequent would be the same you do. She said. Yes, probably not, but I don't care. But since you don't want to choose, I know a calm place where we could spend all day. I'll give you the address later, okay? All right, I'll go anywhere, she said, and then we went back to work on the balance sheet. Camila's POV. Lost amid a lot of paperwork, I felt my head hurt. That week had been really overfilled. Lauren and I were now reviewing all the financial progress of the company. The woman remained focused, but I saw her tired expression of a full, long day. You must be really tired, right? I asked shyly, drawing Lauren's attention away from the papers. I'm exhausted. I think my head is about to knot with so many numbers. I understand. Are you hungry? I can order something for dinner if you want. That would be really amazing, Ms. Cabello. Call somewhere and order something for the both of us. No need to worry anymore, since I'm a great friend, and a good person too. I brought food in my amazing company. I heard Veronica's voice. I couldn't help but laugh. Veronica Iglesias always showed up out of nowhere, as if she knew she was needed or thought was needed. She looked beautiful today. She was wearing tight jeans and a gorgeous, modern blazer, accompanied by blue high heels and light makeup. Surely, she must have gotten out of work. I wonder if you've installed surveillance cameras in my office, Lauren said ironically. Vero laughed, amused, making me laugh. Good evening to you too, Yaregui, the woman said, dropping the bags on top of Lauren's desk. Hello, Camila. You don't know how happy I am to see you here. Good evening, Ms. Iglesias. Oh, come on, you can call me Veronica or Vero. I don't mind. Okay, Veronica. Way better. Lauren was staring at us, and I could swear she was holding in a laugh. The lines of her lips were squeezed together and her eyes showed an amused expression. I brought Japanese food. I know Lauren likes it, but what about you, Mila? Do you like it? Mila? Lauren repeated. Yes, I believe Mila is her nickname. Don't you think you're having too much intimacy with Miss Cabello? Does the nickname bother you, Miss Cabello? Veronica asked me, making fun of the way Lauren called me, which made me laugh. No, you can call me Mila, Vero. Veronica made a smug expression at Lauren, who narrowed her eyes at us. Okay then, but listen here, Iglesias, don't take our attention away from our work, Lauren said as she got up from her chair. Yes, ma'am, Veronica mocked. We all sat together at the table for dinner. I confess that Japanese food was my perdition. I felt somewhat uncomfortable to be dining next to them. Although Vero gave me her full attention, Lauren just stayed silent. Apparently, she didn't like to mix our work with a moment of leisure. Do you live far away from here, Camila? Veronica asked. No, I live just a few blocks away. If you want, I can offer you a lift today, Vero offered excitedly. That would be nice. I smiled at her. I heard Lauren clear her throat as she got up from her chair. I looked at her and she was straightening up some papers. We can finish if you want, ma'am, I said shyly. There's no need, Cabello, it's already pretty late, and I believe that Iglesias won't leave you alone until she drives you home. Lauren smiled. I heard that, Yareguil, Vero shouted from where she was. It was clear that Lauren was only interested in Carla when she gave full passage to her friend to get to know me better. That could be frustrating or not. Veronica Iglesias was beautiful and interesting as much as Lauren, but for some reason, the only woman who took my breath away was her. Damn her. Am I lying? Lauren teased Veronica. Vero got up and approached us. No, you are not. I'm taking Miss Cabello home now. Do you mind? Not at all. I just want her to be safe and sound since we'll have a day full of work tomorrow. They were talking about me as if I wasn't really there. It was at least comical, but it made me feel really embarrassed. I'll be there tomorrow, I promise, ma'am. And, Veronica, it's best if we leave this lift for another day. I said. What? No, Mila. Out of the corner of my eye I could see Lauren smiling as she grabbed her purse. We'll see each other another time, okay? I smiled at Vero. Okay, I like talking to you, Camila, and you can be sure that you'll be in my thoughts. I blushed violently at her flirtation. It was nice talking to you too, Vero. I'm going now. Good night, Ms. Yaregui. Good night, Miss Cabello. I'll see you tomorrow. I gathered my things and left Lauren's office, and clumsily, I let some things fall on the floor right outside the door. I cussed. And that was when I heard Vero's voice from inside. You're an asshole. You made her feel embarrassed, Yareguil, and I lost the opportunity to be alone with her. I heard Lauren's laugh echo through the environment. Stop being dramatic, you'll have other opportunities to see her. After all, you're acting like a feline that's trying to catch her prey. Very funny, now she knows I'm into her. Like she didn't already. Have you ever been told that you're as subtle as a bazooka? I put my hand over my mouth to stifle a laugh. I didn't want them to catch me listening in on the conversation. Thank you very much. I know I'm wonderful, Lauren. But seriously, you have to help me. You're going to spend all day alone with her tomorrow. You could talk about me, talk about how beautiful and sexy I am. Vero said in an amused tone. Vero, you need to understand that I don't talk about personal matters with her. She's my secretary, do you understand? That? So, she's a beautiful woman that seems to be very intelligent and sophisticated. I guarantee you that having her friendship would be an asset. On a second thought, better not, you could start being interested in my girl, and I wouldn't like that. Your girl? She didn't even accept your lift. Lauren laughed. Leave her alone, she's a good woman, well-behaved and intelligent. She didn't accept because of you. You made it obvious that I was into her. And you don't know if she's well-behaved. Haven't you heard that the quieter ones are the worst? She could have a sensual side. I widened my eyes at the possibility of Lauren thinking such thing. Having that idea in mind would mean a path of no return for me. Iglesias, did you drink? Camila lives for this company. She's too quiet, she's an open book, transparent. So stop this nonsense and let's go. No one knows what lies inside a person, yeah, Regui. I grabbed my things from the floor and quickly walked away from Lauren's office. I was panicking a bit. Did Veronica notice something? After all, she was beside Lauren while I was Carla. Oh God, this couldn't be happening. With Vero after me, I would have to be extra careful to not be discovered.
Support the channel with a reaction and write a comment under the video. Thank you very much for staying with me on the channel and subscribing.